part of the poem Nose versus Eyes, written by William Cowper. Today's topic is figures of speech and appreciation of the poem. So let us see the figures of speech. The first figure of speech is alliteration. In this figure of speech, consonant sounds are repeated within a phrase or a sentence for a poetic effect. For example, the spectacle set them unhappily wrong. In this poem's line, yes sound is repeated again and again. That's why this figure of speech is alliteration. There are two examples also, to which the said spectacles ought to belong, and the another is that the nose has had spectacles always in wear. The second figure of speech is inversion. In this figure of speech, the correct grammatical order of a subject, verb, and object is not followed for maintaining the rhyme or rhyming scheme of a poem. For example, between nose and eyes, a strange contest arose. The words in this line have been rearranged for poetic effect. The correct order should be a strange contest arose between nose and eyes. Now look at the second example. While Chip Barron Ear sat to balance the laws so famed for his talent in nicely discerning. And the third example of this figure of speech is, again would your lordship a moment suppose. Now look at the third figure of speech. The name of that figure of speech is consonance. In consonance, consonant sounds are repeated within a phrase or a sentence for poetic effect. For example, the point in dispute was, as all the world knows. The second example is, with great deal of skill and a wig full of learning. And the third sentence is, designed to sit close to it just like a saddle. The last figure of speech in this poem is personification. In this figure of speech, inanimate objects or things are given human qualities. For example, again would your lordship a moment suppose. In this poem's line, the ear means lordship has been given the animate quality of supposing. The second example is, then holding the spectacles. The poem Nose versus Eyes by William Cowper is a satirical take on the judiciary. The theme dwells on the proceeding of a court where judgment is passed without careful consideration. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABAB and provides a song-like flow to the poem. The notable features of the poem are the use of imaginary, simile, personification, and inversion. While inversion has been used to maintain the rhyme scheme and add to poetic effect, imagery helps to paint a vivid picture of the court setting in the minds of the readers. The highlight of the poem is the personification of the eyes, nose, and the tongue. The character assigned to each one of them are perfectly fitting and add to the humorous nature of the poem. Though the poem is a mockery of a legal system, the message is to highlight the general pitfalls of selective hearing and warm the reader to exercise good judgment. The poem also reveals the failure of the legal system in delivering justice. This is particularly obvious in the line, then shifting his side as a lawyer knows how and what were his arguments few people know. The irony of the poem is that the judgment was made in favor of the one who had no use of it. For example, the nose. In a court of justice, injustice was served to the eyes. Overall, the poem is funny and but on a closer look, the depth of the poem is revealed. Thank you very much for watching this video.